So what you need to do is you need to take this off. To take this off, you need to take this off. So this one kind of clips out and you can use a screwdriver. So I'm going to go get my tools and get started with taking this thing off. I'm not going to wire up the dash cam. I'm going to stick the dash cam here. So I need to get this wire running in here, through here, down, and I'm going to collect power from the CD changer fuse. So you can either start going from this way or you can start going this way. First thing I'm going to do is pull off this, just tug on it. And I'm gonna have a look here. There is a airbag here, and I'm gonna feel along here. Right. Okay, I've washed my hands. You know, working with dirty hands, you get fingerprints here. You can wear gloves, but then the gloves just get dirty. So I've just quickly gone and washed my hands so I don't put fingerprints all along the lining of the car. Alright, so I'm just gonna just push that in there like that. Let's get a feel for it. Yeah. Okay, now we've got to get this one through to this side. Bag clip here. There we go. There we go. And there's this torque screw here. There we go. It was actually finger tight, believe it or not. Right, there's the airbag. Now we don't want to run the cable over the airbag because that would be pretty stupid. So Just going to pull this out. There is another cable running here. So what we can do, we've got a cable running here. Why don't we open these a little bit and insert this cable underneath there. These are like spring loaded, so you just have to lift it. It's like it was made for it. So this just gets threaded under these steel hooks, spring loaded hooks. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's like it's made for it. I'm going to put some sponging around this so that we don't have this sound when we're driving. First I'm just going to get this last one hooked in here. There we go. Let's listen to this. Okay, we've got a little bit of, could be a bit noisy here, see? That. So I'm going to fix that. Which is very useful in these situations for reducing noise. In fact, BMW actually use this tape to reduce noise. When you go to the garage and you complain and you say, my car has got a vibration or a what do you call it, a rattle. They actually use this tape to reduce rattle, and that's exactly what I'm doing with this tape. I'm sticking things down here so that I will have no vibration, no rattle. There we go. Now I'm just going to pull it tight. There we go. This tape is just so sticky. Ah, yeah. See, that can't move. Yeah. And just over here. Perfect. Okay, so the noise problem will be reduced now. Now I can also cut some of this cloth and wrap the wire in it, which is actually what I want to do. In order to reduce noise, I'm going to wrap this wire in this carpet material. This carpet material is what you use to make speaker boxes, and you don't have to make it tight. It's really just so that there's no rattles. There we go. Okay, now this is why this cloth is so important, because now you can see there's no noise, or you can hear there's no noise. Now we're going to take it round underneath here to my area. Okay, now I don't want to put it too close to, there's a vent here, and I don't want to interfere with the vent. And there we go. So here's the wire, ready to be wired up. Yeah, okay, you could wire it into the fuse box at the back there, but I already have a power cable waiting here, so if you don't have a CD changer now, you're gonna have to wire this into your fuse box. Let's see if we can bring this down a bit. So this is the dirt, which it's almost impossible to clean this while it's on the car. So what you do is you take a cloth and you pour vinegar into it, like this. Plain white spirit vinegar. And now you rub it down, just like this. And a miracle will unfold before your eyes. In fact, and you don't have to be shy, you can actually put a lot on. Don't worry, it looks like it's staining, but it's just because it's wet. You actually put a lot. It should actually be wet with vinegar. There we go. There we go. I'm massaging it in. I'm gonna wet it. Pour the vinegar on it till it's literally soaking. It's just to stop vibrations. Keep your hands clean. Okay, seated. Now you hit it. Okay. There we go. Need the screw. Okay, that's on now. Okay, the Garmin Verb uses this type of USB connector, so what I need to do is link this to this. What I should also do now is actually put the Verb where it's gonna be. Okay, so let's cut this one. Let's see, it will probably be about here or run about there, so we can cut it about there. Right. The white and the green wires are the signal wires, and one shouldn't just short them out. Should actually, yeah, should actually tape them up, because you don't want to short the signal wires of the Verb, even though it is buffered. But so let's just check. Yeah. Okay, now there's the positive and negative, and I want to join it to this one. Now I've got plenty of space in here, so I'm not too worried. Best is to solder. Now if you're not experience at soldering, don't do it like this, because you'll drip solder onto your couch. But if you know how to solder, then you don't have to worry. Now this is DC, so it doesn't matter if you wind the wires up, because if it was AC it might heat up because of inductance. You can actually bend the wires because the current is only going in one direction, so you won't have too much inductance creating heat. Now the reason I did it like this is just now someone gets in the car and they don't know the setup and they yank this cable. So I don't want it to pull on the actual wires, so I'm doing it like this so that it the tape provides the resistance. You see, so it doesn't pull on the actual red and black wires, it pulls on the tape. So now we've got to thread this right. There's the dash cam power cable. Now, little problem. Listen to this. So, right, to stop that noise, now we're going to wrap this material on this wire so that it doesn't make that noise. Don't worry if it looks scruffy and you don't see it. The point is it's supposed to take away the noise. What my absolute hate is a rattle in a car. Okay. Okay. Now I have extra tape here to play around with. I mean, I got extra carpet here to play around once I have fitted the dash cam to see the correct length of wire I need. But actually, there's no reason why I can't just tape it up now. Right. There we go. This thing you can push, slide in there. There's the wire. Now, just out of interest, I did try to get power from the sunroof roller, but it was always on, it never switched off. Maybe it switches off after 2 hours. I know some modules in the car switch off after 2 hours, but okay, so you gotta put this thing under this thing. Then you gotta press these clips like that. Right. Now you just need to wire this into a fuse. Now I need to connect this to the power of the CD changer. So first thing I want to do is I want to measure if there is any power there. I think it's off at the moment. Let's just check it. Okay, there's still 12 volts there. I think it takes 2 hours before it switches off. So the earth, or the 0 volts, I'm going to wire directly, but the positive I'm going to wire to a fuse. Right, I'm going to wire it to near the fuse of my dension. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a little bit here. There we go. That's going to be for the positive. Actually, the fuse must come first. Now the fuse. Right. Now the other side of the fuse goes to the positive of the dash cam power. Right. The negative on this side, let's go to the negative. But now remember, this and this is positive, so it cannot touch on the chassis or bump anywhere. So we have to close this. And what I recommend is cut these sharp ends off, as it comes through the, here we go, comes through the insulation tab. Nitto tape. Don't overdo it with solder. Often it's enough. It's more about how much heat you applied and how you apply the solder rather than how much you apply. Otherwise it just trips at the bottom. Yeah, that's fine. Right, now I'm aligning these off each other so they're not close. They're offset. Now I just tighten it. Okay, I'm using a 4 amp fast blow for my Garmin. So not all dash cams want 12 volts, and not all dash cams, not all dash cams come with its own charger. In the case of the Garmin Verb, does not actually come with a charger. So in this case I didn't want to feed it 12 volts direct. Now in the earlier part of this video I showed you how I wired it directly to the 12 volts fuse of the CD changer. Now the problem with that is that's 12 volts, while the dashcam or Garmin Verb that I'm using actually has a USB connector, which is universal. It's usually a 5 volt input. Now I don't want to challenge the Verb by giving it a too high voltage. I'm already not that impressed with this product. So what I did is I just put a car charger. It was actually an old Sony Ericsson one that I had from an old phone, and I just cut the wire that's going to feed the power cable to the dash cam. So all this does is 12 volts come in after my fuse, and this is a regulator, and what it does is it just steps the voltage down to 5 volts. Well, in this case it's 5.3. Now one should actually measure this, because some car chargers actually output 12 volts. In this case I have checked this car charger with a multimeter and it outputs 5.3 volts, and it'll probably go to maybe 5.7 when the car is on, because when the car is on the voltage from the alternator actually increases. Anyway, so this is what I had to do in order to get a 5 volt supply instead of the 12 volt. So all you do is the cable that was running to the power the dash cam, I just cut it and I literally put this in series, positive, negative, and the output, which is the lower voltage side, positive and negative, and that's it. And it must be connected after the fuse. So the fuse also is protecting the car charger. If the car charger goes faulty, it will also short out that fuse, and that's all you need to do. Right, so we just got to plug in this USB, and as you can see the green light is on, and when I plug it in it should turn red for charging. There we go, it is now charging.